guys, welcome to the new Millennium podcast. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Happy New Year. Today is January the 30th, 2017, bros. And man, my goal, my New Year's resolution, bro, is to have at least 12 podcasts this year. Okay? I can do that. I can pull off 12. That's one podcast per month. Now, ultimately, I think I can do more than that. Right now, I've got like two or three or four maybe in the hole. I know that, bro. But I just want to have content, so and updated content. I don't want to be a thing of the past. Like, oh, when was your last podcast, Mel? Oh, it was 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my things current, and I want to keep it fresh, and I want to keep it new for you guys to know what's going on. It's 2017. It's been a whole month since I did my last podcast, which was through the roof. Thank you guys for checking out the live in Blackpool with David B. Boy. Man, we had so much fun. The live audience was real interactive. The crowd was fun. Yeah, and it was something different, bro. I felt like stepping outside of my comfort zone, and doing things how I always do it. And yeah, B-Boy was a great guest. I'm sure he got a lot of heat with Jazzmar. I think I saw some comments from Jazzmar. He said to look out for live in Yonkers. So, yeah, and, it's awesome, bro. I think that you'll really enjoy the feel of the live crowd, Jazzmar, if you go out there and do a show. It really comes out great, and it's awesome. But yeah, this is my first podcast of the new year, and I feel like the perfect people to have on this podcast are the rookies from the upcoming Mortal Kombat film. It's going to be called MKXTV. Yeah, because it's Mortal Kombat X, get it? MKXTV. Yeah, so a couple of stars from there is Cassie Cage and Jacqui Briggs, who popped in here and there. Jacqui first came in and made an appearance on 2GN with Jax. Long time since he was there, and when we were all there at 2GN Thanksgiving, he got a huge reception, and it was just like, whoa, So he's gone by Jackson Briggs nowadays. Kind of got a completely different identity. In fact, at the time when we were recording this, he was actually like right next door with Sonia, and he was being interviewed by Justin, like at the exact same time. So yeah, got that going on. Those two girls are here. Really cool girls. We're going to talk about, of course, the upcoming movie. Jacqui shares like some real insight about things that took place before the time of what the movie depicts. Some really interesting stories, and some childhood mischief that they got into just being young, and all sorts of things like that, bro. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm like a lost puppy here, bros. I don't know what to do. As far as my music, I've got the banana erectors, bro. Don't you want to hear that? You want to hear that? I feel better because it's like, Rome just got all kinds of copyrighted content on his stuff. I've seen it, and nothing happens. How come I'm the only one that's getting fined? I don't know, but I know you guys want to hear the banana erectors, and if you guys want to hear the banana erectors, and you guys want to hear more rock and roll, then you guys vote for it. Comment. Say that you want to hear it. And Big Chunks, this is for you, bro. You know what I'll do? Before I'm about to play rock and roll, I'm going to say a warning. I'm going to say, all right, bros, I'm going to take a break from this, and I'm going to play this song. I'm going to treat it more like a radio show, where they play music. And it's like, okay, here's the next song from the Banana Erectors. And yeah. And then come back. So yeah, that's my idea, bro. Because hey, the New Millennium podcast is nothing without rock and roll. Do you agree? All right then. Well, enough of my yakking, bros. Off now to my interview with Cassie and Jacqui. So yeah, Justin's like literally in the other room doing an interview with your dad. I know it's weird.
That shit crazy.
But I'm here with Cassie and Jacqui, two of the hot new, most talked about East Coast rookies on this side. I've been looking forward to having you guys for a long time. I was like, we're really excited. And you guys are, in my book, are living up to the hype.
Don't say that, blood. Like, knock on wood.
I know, right?
Like, for real, though, because shit, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even got that nod yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I think you're gonna get it though. I mean, and it's like, you guys are involved. Jacqui, you've been involved with, XTV already. You've been on the 2GN, the most monumental recording of 2016, and now you guys are coming with this movie. I mean, Cassie, you had a huge 2GN, which was the presentation of you guys had that clip.
Yeah, we was just fucking around. Like, we wasn't gonna even do the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, they just decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like they had my daddy, no, I don't think he was on that clip. But they had her daddy on there, you know what I'm saying, and my mama on there. And then they showed us, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, it was like, damn, we should do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, let's do that shit.
And it's just coming together like crazy. Another movie that I haven't been invited to be a part of, but that's fine. It's all good, bro. But yeah, I mean, before we get into the movie and everything, which everybody's super buzzing about, I want to know about you guys because, so many times, people, get talked about and, nobody really even knows, anything about, you guys. So, starting with Jacqui, exactly like, where'd you come from and how'd you find your way, in like Mortal Kombat and everything?
Well, it's just like, to me, growing up, knowing that my father was, a revenant, it just always made me feel some kind of way. And I always wanted to do something about it. When you're small and, you see somebody that you love that's defenseless, you want to help. And there was nothing that I could do. And so, when I grew up, it wasn't to rebel against my father or against my parents or anything like that. It was just me standing up for what I felt in my heart was right. And her dad, Johnny Cage, and her mom ended up saving my father's life. After he was, a revenant for all those years under Quan Chi's, service or whatever. He had his mind or whatever like that, and he was working for Quan Chi in the outworld. And there was nothing that I can do about it. I mean, just to know that your father is being tortured and he had his arms ripped off. When he came back, we're like, what happened to your arms? And, he just told us, this whole story about, just all the horror of, his life in Mortal Kombat or in the Outworld. And so, yeah, we just kind of found our way into like this, horrible, chain of events, so to speak. Like, you want me to tell the story? Nah, go ahead, tell that shit, blood. Okay, so we're like, I don't know, like let's just say we're underage. And at the time, this is like some years ago. And we go to this bar or we go to this club and, we're underage, like I said, and, it's supposed to be like, the livest spot or whatever. And so, we're outside the club and I'm all nervous, like, damn, they're going to know that we're underage, that we have no business here. But Cassie, goes up to the doorman and she gives him like some cash and, he lets us in. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we go inside and to my surprise, there's like a ring in there. This is not a club. There's like, like some MMA. It's like an MMA fight and there's two girls in the ring. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So, then, this fight goes on and like one girl ends up like killing the other girl. And I'm like, Cassie, like, this is a death match. And she's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. And the next thing you know, this huge bouncer guy like comes up and grabs us. And he's huge, and he throws Cassie into the cage, and then he throws me into a cage, and I get locked inside, and Cassie has to fight this girl that killed. No. She had to fight Frost. You gonna see Frost in the movie. Like she played by Ezra. You know what I'm saying? She like our age, and you know what I'm saying? Like she trained in the Sub-Zero, but they threw us both inside the cage. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Jacqui. So that shit crazy though. So what ends up happening is Cassie, like, is getting her ass kicked basically real bad by this girl Frost. She's just like destroying her, and damn, blood, you ain't gotta make it seem like that. I'm saying though, you were getting fucked up. I would I knocked that bitch out though, Mill. Yeah, she did. She knocked her out. And then they were like, finish her though. This is the fucked up part. They were like, finish her, and Cassie like didn't want to kill the girl, but this is like a death match, a fight to the death. And then they put a gun up to my head, because remember, like, I'm held captive. And then, they're telling her if she doesn't finish her off, then they're gonna shoot me in the head. And I do my little superhero movie scene, and like get this guy out, because I'm trained Muay Thai fighter, so like I know how to get out of certain situations, and like so I take out this bouncer, I get his keys, I get out of the cage, I get Cassie out. And, I'm like, hurry the fuck up, and Cassie's like, she wants to carry out Frost. So, we got Frost, like, her arms wrapped around her head. We're helping her out to escape. And so we make it to the back alley. And then these guys, these Black Dragon guys, this gang, start fucking chasing us. So we run, start running again, and, Cassie's like, give me your phone. And then she takes a fucking selfie. And then, we run like into this portal, for Outworld. And then so Cassie's like, she comes up with this, master plan to, for us to escape. And I'm like, Cassie, this is not a good idea. And, she's like, yeah, or whatever. And so she knocks out, one of the guys, and the next thing fucking Kano shows up, and knocks us fucking unconscious. He hit us with that fucking red beam thing. Seriously, bro? Yeah, fucking seriously.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, like he the leader of the Black Dragons, like that shit go like way back with him and my mama, like when I was a jit, like he had kidnapped me, like real shit, really? Yeah, a whole lot of people don't know about that, but like, I got kidnapped by him, and like, it's just like this long, storied ass history, between the Black Dragons and, and my mama, it's just like, shit crazy. Go ahead though, Jacqui.
Yeah. So, he picks, or the soldier, the other soldier that Cassie did knock out picks me up, and, I'm in his arms, and he gets fucking killed by this rival gang who are called the Red Dragons, and they're led by Movado. Gotta take a pause for the cause here, bros. Isn't this great though? Cassie and Jacqui, crazy story. Man, it's intense. And now she's caught up in the middle of this gang war, and the Red Dragons are led by Movado. Seriously, is it really the Movado that I'm thinking about? I don't know. We're gonna find out in just a minute. But first, you know what? I said screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play my music. So this is your warning. Turn your radio down because it's time for some rock and roll.
Down at the square, the rhymes on the bag at you. We
Movado? You mean like the Jamaican singer? For real though. If this is, you can't be serious, bro. No, seriously, Movado, bro. I can't believe it. You mean the reggae singer, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't believe the type of shit that go on in Outworld, dog. Movado was out there. Girl, you know you want me. You give me the banana. She said she want me. Yeah, like, we can laugh about that shit now, but you know what I'm saying? It was real then. Motherfucking Movado. I can't believe that, bro. Hell yeah. And they're like, the Red Dragon guys are like, and Movado, he's like, give us the girls. They're telling the Black Dragon guys to give us over. So then they start fighting, and I tell Cassie, I'm like, run, and we start running, and they start fighting and shit, over possession of us, and then out of nowhere, this fucking guy Aaron Black, who's played by Alec in the movie, you see him, he gets me out of there, and he promises us a way out, if we agree to fight, and I'm like, okay, and then I punch him in the jaw. And then I beat him into submission, and then Kano comes out of nowhere again, and he jumps on me, and Cassie helps me up and gets out of get a fucking rifle out, and then like she starts like fucking going ham like shooting at the fucking Red Dragons, and she didn't hit Movado though, but she used up all the ammo. I hit one of them motherfuckers. Somehow Kano always seems to get away. This fuck ass. So then we get attacked by Movado, and like I grab a hold of him, and then Cassie like kicks the fuck out of his kneecap, and completely shatters it. And then I'm like, finish his ass off. And she grabs like one of his swords and like just stabs him in his heart. Yeah. Cassie killed Movado in that world, you know what I'm saying? Cassie killed Movado. Don't feel bad. He was a bad guy. Yeah, he was a Movado bot. But don't feel bad. But it's the same window. So give me the punani. You feel me? You want me? That's terrible, bro. I hope Movado's okay. The fake Movado, the real Movado, we love your music. Shout out. Yeah, we love you, Movado. Keep making stuff. I have to play Movado like sometime then. So anyway, we ended up getting caught up anyways, and taken to an island by these fucking guys, Reiko and Havoc. They're just these, Shao Kahn's henchmen. And then they forced me in a fight with this girl named Scarlet, and while Havoc chains up Cassie and forces her to watch me, and I'm just like completely overwhelmed by this girl. She just fucks me up real badly, and she knocks me out with one single blow to the jaw. And while I'm knocked out, I got chained up to a wall by Scarlet alongside Cassie. And then we both ended up getting like enslaved into this blood code while they had us chained up. Yeah, cause like she had cut us with the Kamidagu. You know what I'm saying? The what? The Kamidagu. You know what I'm saying? Like that's these little pearls. You know what I'm saying? These little pearl or like ruby looking things. You know what I'm saying? And like she used it as a weapon. And when you cut somebody with that, you know what I'm saying? Like it make them real weak. You know what I'm saying? But it had turned us basically turned us evil. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah. So we were under this blood code. And long story short, like Sonya ends up, her mom, of course, comes in and starts helping us fight because we ended up coming across Kentaro. Oh my God, the four-legged monster. Yeah, he's like half horse, half man, and like Cassie punched him in the nuts. And like, I was like kind of weaning him off, distracting him while Sonia cut his head off. And so she killed him. And then like shortly like after that, like the spell was like lifted off of us. And it was just this whole thing, things started to get restored. And I just felt real bad because I knew that my dad wasn't gonna want me to be a part of, just not do anything in life again. I was just so scared, about him finding out. And to my surprise, when I got back home, he actually gave me a gun. And that's when he told me he was going to teach me how to use a gun. And he that's like the first time that he just stopped being so overprotective of me, and realized that I can do things for myself. And he just gave me pointers instead of trying to hold me back, and that was real cool. That's awesome, bro. I find it real interesting, the way that they bring in the new characters, and give you guys a chance. Is like you guys aren't gonna just be out there on the main roster. You guys have a shot at something, and it could actually be good. I mean, we was just working on the movie earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And they just like making sure that everything just like have its place. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is efficient. You know what I'm saying? Not bootleg. Not bootleg for real though. You know what I'm saying? But of course it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying. But that's part of what make it funny though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But they really are going through with getting the right sound effects, and voiceover work is like really really slept on. And like when you look at like you know all that goes into creating something like this, from all the way down to just a footstep, not just like a dragon ball or something like that, or a gunshot, but like all the way down to footsteps, you know hand signals, background noises, birds, and just everything like that that really brings things to life. We have this like behind the scenes thing that we did. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, where we and if the first one's successful, we're gonna do another one. But shit, honey, blood. I swear, like I've been hearing shit all day. Shit, crazy. Don't get spooked, Cassie. Ugh. Shit ain't funny though. Yeah, I don't think it's haunted. I hope it's not haunted. I think it's just the people next door, bro. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's how it is though. We're just working our ass off and hoping that it's gonna be something. I'm looking forward to that game, though, blood. Like real shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Bring the game back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's really gonna count. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be put up or shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just go up in there losing. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have real fights. You know what I'm saying? Like real matches. But that's what I mean, though. I mean, you guys have the opportunity to go out there and at least, get practice. Become familiar with who you are, with who your moveset is, instead of, just having to jump out there, with somebody who's seasoned. Yeah, but at the same time though, with this being all new and everything, everybody is going to have like even playing field. Everybody's going to be like on an even playing field when you think about it, because it's going to be new to all of us. Yeah, that's true. And like they just, what I'm saying, like they was talking about it earlier. You know what I'm saying, like the lights. You know what I'm saying, like everything will be different. You know what I'm saying, like it's gonna like completely look like what I'm saying, the small league, you know what I'm saying, in comparison to XTV, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like that's dope. It is dope, bro. And how often do you guys like, do promos and things like that? Every day, dog. Every single day. And it's like shit for us, you know what I'm saying, like people who are part of this movie, you know what I'm saying, and they're doing this, like it's helping us, you know what I'm saying, more than people who ain't doing this, you know what I'm saying. It's like people don't realize that, like when you doing, you know what I'm saying, like a project and like a movie, you know what I'm saying, and when you doing a movie, you know what I'm saying, like you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, got an advantage. Cause you know what I'm saying, like you just like being like you repeating yourself, and so you able to be more sharper and sharper. Like you know what I'm saying, you can one take that bit, you know what I'm saying, and it ain't gonna be taken all day. that's been some of the hardest stuff, and I feel so like I like really jumped down my throat. Like they showed us like trying to get these lines down, and just that's just one of my biggest struggles. I know, but everybody goes through it, bro. I mean, I was on the Leprechaun and I did it. They're like, Mill, you can't act, bro. But it's like, it's not like that, bro. Because like when you see it come together, it's a masterpiece, and everybody's gonna mess up. Yeah, which is a part of the reason why we went on and just did the blooper reel to just show that this, this is how it is, but this is what we went through. Just all the hiccups and everything from having lines written down, and then when we turn the phone off with the lines that the West Coast are supposed to say, when we turn it back on, they're not there anymore, and anything that could go wrong would go wrong, type of thing. We had this whole scene laid out with Sub-Zero, and we got like real far into it, and then it crashed, and then when we went back to try to open it back up, it wouldn't let us go back into it, so we had to redo it all over again. Exactly. And like these are things that no duh, like of course everybody who's been doing this stuff has already went through. This is just new for us, but it's just like these are the things that we're gonna have to go through. Real shit. Exactly, bro. You're going through the exact things that the main stars go through, and you guys are like on your way there, like at a real fast pace. Do you guys think about like being rookies of the year or anything like that? Shit, I just leave out. I don't even focus on that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? If we is, it's cool, but I ain't really focused on that right now, because like what I'm saying, like I'm the type of person what I'm saying, that like I just like to earn my respect. What I'm saying? So it's like to be trying to be put in that category. What I'm saying? Like that ain't really what I'm saying, where it's set for me. What I'm saying? Because so many people gonna come out. What I'm saying? There's all kinds of people that's what I'm saying, still to come on the roster. What I'm saying? So and that they ain't even seen yet. What I'm saying? And then there's people already out there. What I'm saying? Who is? What I'm saying? And they a part of the roster. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's completely insane, bro. Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage has a baby, and out comes Cassie Cage, and she talks like a black girl. Everybody be tripping about that shit, blood. He just told me to come on here, what I'm saying, and just like they was like, alright, what I'm saying, you Sonya daughter. The way you get over it is just every time you say something, just say cigarillos. You know what I'm saying? That's so retarded. Yeah. But what I'm saying? People be laughing. I'm like, damn, that shit work. Cigarillos. They be like, yeah, so I just be saying cigarillos, you know what I'm saying? They be like, say two cigarillos. I'm like, two cigarillos, dog. Whatever. Awesome, bro. All right, everybody, taking another break here one last time just to remind all the haters a big fuck you and up your ass. And now, reminding all my fly New Millennium listeners, you got that
You got that that I want to know. You got that I want to know. I wonder what these cameras do. So many things that we can do. I tell you that I'm ready to say. You got that that I want to know. You got
tell us more about how you guys got to know each other. I mean, I guess it's like a natural thing for you guys to know each other since Jax is friends, best friends with Sonia, and yeah, he like like to us like, it's like we like a family, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, like Jacqui my sister, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? We were just like kind of born at the hip. Or joined at the hip, or whatever the phrase is. But, like from the beginning though, we used to play fight and, do all types of things. And everything, that she went through, I went through, or if she went through something, I was there for her. If I went through something, she was there for me type of thing. And it's just always been like that. And, here we are, It's like, you couldn't have one without the other. Yeah, and they were telling me that, because Jacqui, like you are like, with no disrespect, like seemingly like the more reserved of the two, like you're just like more laid back, as where Cassie seems like, she just got, a lot more spunk and, more quick with it, what do you think about that? Well, that was the idea of, me coming in first. And then they brought me in with my dad. I think that was the first thing that I appeared on. And I think that they knew that. And so they chose me to, go first so that I can get the experience. And, shout out to Johnny Cage, who, went on 2GN and, he shouted us out. And, shout out to Romy, who did 2GN and, gave us a platform. That show's so awesome, bro. Like, I was on here, I interviewed Romy, like, before that show came out, and he told me he was going to do it, and I'm like, that's going to be awesome. And now, like, recording of the year, bro, 2GN Thanksgiving. Exactly. Like, he's just, he's great, and, just everybody is just, so awesome, and, it just feels like, I feel like so excited about, what is to come, and, there, I have my cousin Jordan, who, she came here and, like, really, dominated. Damn it, bro, I did it again. What's wrong, bro? I got a call, bro. Damn, I said, You guys don't get it probably. Remy always be telling everybody to call. He be like, you know what I'm saying? Because these dudes be saying stuff that sound gay. I don't be noticing it though. I did, bro. I noticed it. I said, Damn it, bro. Anyways, I got a call, bro. File liner. So there, I'm not going to delete it or get rid of the part. I've been trying to stop saying, bro.
Millennium, you crazy. But, yeah, so, I already know that, I'm definitely going to end up working with her, just, from the relation. And, she tells me that, she went through a whole lot of those same things, feeling insecure. She showed me recordings where she felt like she could have cut a way better promo than she did. And, of course, my cousin Kareem, who, everybody hates. And it's like, he got a reaction, and it's just like, if I could get like that type of, buzz going on my name, is mentioned, then, I think I'm doing something, Exactly, bro. It's really polarizing. But I think that, in XTV, though, you got to be kind of careful about the type of heat that you get, because sometimes it's really hard to come back from. You think about the killer kind of heat, and what he does. He's so funny, and like everybody, bashes him or whatever. But when you think about it, like what he's saying, like it's fucking hilarious, like. And like he's like the reason that I had so much fun. I'm not gonna even lie, like him just saying stuff to me, like he brought it out of me. And it's just like, it's like he helped me, like that night, like when we were doing 2GN, I just felt like, damn, like, I ain't met him yet, like, he's funny as hell, for real, you know what I'm saying, I smoked some cigarillos with him, don't run into the ground, Cassie. Boom, shot down, bro.
But yeah, that's awesome, man. So Kareem and Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. They give you advice. Yeah, they give me all kinds of advice. They probably are so sick of me, and even my uncle James. Just all of them. Ada, Yosi. It's just like a real family with them. Oh my God, Yosi, like she showed me so much. Like, gosh, yeah, like you remind me of Yosi in certain ways. Everybody like say that, you know what I'm saying? Like they be like, oh, you remind me of such and such. You remind me of such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like people that's already here, but I'm like, good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I got charisma. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit. You know what I'm saying? At least on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck. Or at least in the meantime, because one thing that I always notice is that, like, new people come in. Like there were some twins named Shamika and Shaniqua who were here, and when you first heard them on early recordings, you could tell that they weren't really completely honed in. They weren't all the way there, but over time, once they got their style down, like there was no mistaking that's them. And so when you go back and listen to their old recordings, it was like it's just like, what the hell is this? Like, oh my God, they sound so different, so unsure of themselves. Exactly, and I'm sure like that's how I sound. I even said it on the 2GN. Like, I'm sure that I sound like that right now, but given opportunities like this, like just shout out to everybody who give us the chance to be ourselves and tell our story. To you, Mel, to Jasmine, to Romy. I don't want to leave anybody out. Justin, like everybody. Shout out to Killer again. Like it's true. It's like, I mean, shit, we appreciate it for real. Like we don't have a it's just hard for rookies. It's like it's super hard to get over, especially when it's like we have these stories. You gotta know these stories. Wait a minute. Don't hate us yet. Yeah. But shit, you know what I'm saying? So far, it's been all love, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit felt good. It was like, hey, let me get that Cassie Cage one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Romy knew that, though. Romy knew that when you have that dialogue and it's like, okay, here's insight to who Cassie Cage is. And then, Jacqui's in there as well. It's like, it wasn't just you. It was you and you presenting this piece. And, which has led to, the movie that's coming out. Yeah, and oh my God, this has been so fun. We've been working on this for so many weeks. It's been so hard, but so rewarding at the same time. Just seeing things, come together and develop right before our eyes. It was really like, I don't even know what to say. She's been wild over us. You know what I'm saying? Like, G shit. You know what I'm saying? Like working with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like meeting everybody. Like this been a, experience for us to, like really like meet everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean like Alec, you know what I'm saying? I met like King Kong for the first time, you know what I'm saying? That nigga be having me laughing so hard. He is such a doofus. Like seriously. And yeah, like everybody. We you know what I'm saying? Just meeting everybody, just what I'm saying, doing those scenes. Being there with Justin and shit, you know what I'm saying? Him cracking on Bobby, you know what I'm saying? Bobby ain't even in the movie. Bobby, that's the thing about Bobby. He's on every scene. Exactly, Red. Like, we got, you know what I'm saying? Shit, when he, you know what I'm saying? In the recordings, it's like, nigga, you ain't even in the movie, bruh. It's like, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? Yeah, I like Bobby. I like everybody. It's just been, just tons of fun. And, to be this close, that's what I was saying. Like, it was like, like been very difficult, but to be this close to the finish, it's just like, oh man, it's so exciting because I've been, on the edge of my seat, waiting for the opportunity to be on, NXTV, and having my shot. And, now, it's like, here's something that it's like, this is like it's like a taste, of things to come. Not only that, bro, but, it could be something that could absolutely go down in history. I mean, from what I understand, like, this is like a 2-hour deal. Like, this is like, a full-length feature film. And, that's nothing to smirk at. I mean, this is something that, this is something that could probably, be watched for years and years to come. like forever and ever. We hope it is for real though, blood. Like we damn sure hope so, dog. You know what I'm saying? And like you know what I'm saying, it ain't even like that it's about us. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like when you think about the casting, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that's on there, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who been around, you know what I'm saying? Like main characters, like they ain't on there, you know what I'm saying? Probably the biggest star that we got on there is Romy, you know what I'm saying? And he play an important role, but he ain't in the forefront like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like different people in the forefront. Like it's a Mortal Kombat movie, you know what I'm saying? But it just got XTV people, you know what I'm saying? It's like hard to explain, you know what I'm saying? You just got to see it. Yeah, and it's like Mortal Kombat, has that history in XTV, but we never, we never really saw it as a whole. Certain things are able to break through, like the WWE. After all those years, people like the '80s guy and so many others. NMM. The Best and the Pain. They get their stories told. That took place in the WWE that we didn't know about, and now it's happening. With Mortal Kombat. And you guys representing that new generation, that new breed, it's just absolutely insane. Yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you making me excited talking about that shit. Tell us more about, the release. You guys, so excited about the upcoming release of the movie that, you guys have already summoned up enough footage to put together a blooper reel, I guess. Yeah, it's like something that we hosting, you know what I'm saying? It's already out too. It's on Vimeo. You know what I'm saying? They ain't let us put it on YouTube. We like to put everything on YouTube so it'll be right there, you know what I'm saying? They already subscribed to the XTV East Coast channel, so therefore you'll be able to just see it. But now we gotta, find a way to get people to come over to the Vimeo channel, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe to us that way. You know what I mean? Like it's called channel NXTV. You know what I'm saying? It's just NXTV, like not channel NXTV East Coast, none of that shit. Just NXTV. So they're giving us our own channel, you know what I mean? To have our own content, and I guess that's where they gonna put the shows and shit. They ain't gonna put like our shit with the XTV stuff. Like the XTV stuff gonna be strictly for YouTube, and NXTV is gonna be on Vimeo, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's just how they gonna do it. But the reason they did it like that is because you know what I'm saying, not being funny and nothing, it's just that like when we had uploaded our behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, like the shit had got blocked, worldwide, you know what I'm saying, like nobody can see it, you know what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like we just had to like make this whole brand new channel, you know what I'm saying. Miss Martha typed it up, bam bam, and boom, you know what I'm saying, we got it on Vimeo. So yeah, it's me and Jacqui, we hosting, you know what I'm saying, got all these different outtakes. You got exclusive stuff, you know what I'm saying, exclusive interviews with Romy Rome, on the spot stuff with Jacqui, and just different people who was a part of the movie, you know what I'm saying. And like it's supposed to be a part 2 coming out too, you know what I'm saying, that we gonna be hosting. Or I don't know if they're gonna get us to host, or maybe they get somebody else to host, you know what I'm saying, somebody else that's involved in the movie or whatever like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's on Vimeo. Y'all check that out, dog. You know what I'm saying. You guys are just busy, like you come in and you're on the grind heavily. It's been nonstop ever since I came in, and I like it that way though. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be at least doing something for right now. Yeah, I mean, when you're in the forefront, when they're using you, you're important, bro. And especially nowadays, when you have content on, on the East Coast channel. I'm just speaking for the East Coast. Like when you have content, people are gonna see you out there. They're gonna think about you because you're out there, and we see your name. We see you guys' names here and there, and I think that people want more of you. Shit, hopefully. All right, well, I know you guys are super busy. I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for your time. Anytime, Millennium. Yes, yeah, I can't wait to come back. Definitely, bros. There you have it, bros. Cassie Cage and Jacqui Briggs. Awesome girls, man. I think that they really have a bright future. And, I feel like those two girls bring a different type of dynamic to XTV. They remind me of Ada and Yosi, but just something different. Like, they have this young spirit. And, I really enjoy it. So, yeah, bros. NXTV. Gonna be coming up real soon. The game coming up real soon. The Mortal Kombat coming up real soon. The CTFLWLD. Damn it. Bob does it great, bro. He's like the CTFLWD. That's coming out, bro. My interview with the killer. Yeah, I did it. That's coming out. So much on the horizon. Like I said, I'm like 3 podcasts in. I have, let me think who I've done. I've done Gex. I've done Killer. And I did somebody else, bro. Damn it, I know I did. But, yeah. So I got some West Coast guys on the horizon. When are those podcasts coming out? I'm not going to tell you guys because I like to keep each podcast for each and every week a secret. This one, I think it was another great one. The B-Boy one, I've been told has been, a huge hit. And believe it or not, still number one, still the favorite. Sally Troffer, who I would love to have again this year, bro. But yeah, she came with her stories about Sable and Ginger, her early days in XTV. So much interesting things, so much funny stuff from her perspective. You know how Sally is. And speaking of Sally, you can find her and the whole gang on the 006 podcast, which is also going to be kicking off this year. You can hear their pilot episode. I think it's going to be coming up real soon or something like that. They recorded their pilot episode recently, which featured Big Trunk's thematic, but it got completely out of hand when all sorts of people started to show up, including Romy Rome, Bob Classic, Justin, just like all kinds of people, bro. That's the 006 podcast. He's getting that launched, and he's bringing the whole family. Talk about funny, bro. It's definitely another different look. So XTV is just like back to its old days. It's back to the days of voiceover and audio. It's going back to that. Of course, the West Coast still doing the animations. Keep those coming, bros, and keep your heads up. Until next time, this is Brian Millman, and you have been listening to the New Millennium Podcast. Peace out, bros.
Download the New Millennium Podcast using the Tor browser. Go to Google and download the Tor browser. Then go to XTV and hit the New Millennium Podcast.